Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5. Look, this is the first of the last 5 you're going to get in 2024. So if it makes you sad, I'm sorry. But, Papa's got to have a break. And for this segment, I'm Papa because it's Paul Catalina's Top 5. So, also brought to you by Texas Beef House. Go to bitonbeef.com and get ready for that next auction. Use our promo code 365sports. And if I'm a little loopy today, it's because Smokey gave us all a cold, and I am hopped up on cold medicine. And possibly meth. Not sure. Top 5 QB portal signings so far. Number 5. Jackson Arnold to Auburn. This is something that, look, Jackson Arnold, he's been a little up and down, to say the least, in a 6-6 Oklahoma squad. But they were besieged by injuries. They had no weapons. Just wasn't a good fit all the way around this year for Jackson Arnold in Oklahoma. He went to play in a different offense that he was playing in, kind of technically to give him the benefit of the doubt. But on the other end of the spectrum, he wasn't very good. Now, if Hugh Freeze truly is the QB guru that he claims to be, then he can take a 5-star quarterback like Jackson Arnold and turn him into a winner at Auburn. It is something that he has not really invested in his first 2 years there, as the quarterback play has kept him out of bowl games now for 2 years. But this is a nice grab for him. They've got Deuce Knight coming in. This can be a nice bridge for Deuce Knight, and it can help salvage the career of Jackson Arnold and perhaps Hugh Freeze if it works out. If it doesn't, then I think we know what's going to happen at Auburn. Number 4, Hank Brown going to Iowa. While we're talking about Auburn, we'll talk about one of their young quarterbacks who is no longer there. This is a perfect fit between skill set and school. Young guy, can play a lot, not a lot of pressure to throw the ball all around the yard. Tim Lester gets his guy. Run first offense, really going to work out for a talented yet, unproven quarterback who only played a little bit this year because of Auburn's, awful nature on offense. All except for that Texas A&M game, which was their opus. Number 3, one I love, Devon Dampier on his way to Utah from New Mexico. His offensive coordinator, Jason Beck, is the new offensive coordinator at Utah. He's a dual threat guy, can throw, ran for over 1,000 yards, going to be a problem in the Big 12, and maybe something that Utah could have looked at a year ago had they not bet so big on Cam Rising not getting hurt every time he got tackled. This is going to be a big deal, and Utah might be able to live up to their hype from this year if he performs in that new offense with Jason Beck. Number 2, Connor Weigman at Houston. I didn't like the narrative around Connor Weigman that he wasn't really cutting the mustard at A&M. He just wasn't a fit for the offense. Remember, he was 4-1 as the starter this year for the Aggies. And that's half their wins. They won 8 games. He won half of them. 4-1. The only game he lost was to a playoff team in Notre Dame. And yes, he got benched after the LSU game because Marcel Reed was a matchup problem for LSU. And Marcel Reed fits the offense better moving forward. Now, where does he go? He goes to play for Willie Fritz in Houston, and he plays for a coach who's a proven developer of talent, and he has a lot of the same skill set as Michael Pratt, who played at Tulane for Willie Fritz. And I'll tell you, no knock to Michael Pratt, but this guy's measurables, if you're talking about paper-wise and who can do better at the combine, it's Connor Weigman. 5-star quarterback, remember. He was a stud coming out of Houston, and now he's back home. I expect him to be a problem in the Big 12, much like Devon Dampier. And number 1, Darian Mensah going to Duke. Malik Murphy went 9-3 in that offense last year. And then he left, chasing money, I guess. Whatever, it's his prerogative. Darian Mensah played great for John Summerall at Tulane, and now on his way to Duke. Duke gets maybe the quarterback with the most potential in this cycle, provided whatever happens with John Mateer. But Darian Mensah's era is pointed up, and the Duke Blue Devils 9-3 under Manny Diaz in year 1. So they did not drop off from losing Mike Elko. They're picking up a really good quarterback, and will be a threat in the ACC. That's going to do it for this top 5 and this show. We will see you again tomorrow.